You plant a seed. You take care of it every day. You water it. You nurture it. You take care of the dirt around it, the soil. Make sure no animals come and eat it. When it grows, you're still there to nurture it. Nature is also nurturing it. But you're there to protect it, to guard it, to water it when it's not quite getting enough. And now I ask you the question, does nature shape our personalities more than nurture? What's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. It's a good question. There's a lot to think about. And so this is how I think of it. It's like this plant. You are this seed. Okay? You've been nurtured. You've been natured in some way, right? You've been set on a path, I suppose. And no matter what happens when the seed is watered, it's taken care of, and we're going to assume that it's a healthy seed. I don't want to get into that aspect of things. When the seed sprouts, it has it encoded what kind of plant it's going to be. It could be a flower, it could be a sunflower, it could be a rose, it could be an oak tree. But that part of you is nature, right? No matter what, you're going to have certain innate skills and abilities. This is my opinion on it, of course. You grow and you gain more focus around your skills. You gain more attention that you're putting into certain skills and abilities because those come naturally for you. But then there also is the nurture aspect. You know, when you do grow, certain things are going to be focused on. Certain things are going to be taken care of a bit more than others. And around that, you're going to be shaped. Just like a bonsai tree, right? You can bend the branches, you can shape them, you can add some character to them, but the tree is still that type of tree. It's just been molded in a certain way. And I think that's what we do with ourselves. Like you're going to have this preference for something, to do things a certain way. Introversion, extroversion, perhaps. But with that, with your family, with the circumstances, the situations around you, the events that have been in your life, the choices that you make, the places that you grow up in, you're going to be shaped. There's no way you can't be. No matter what, like you're going to be impacted in some way by the events around you. And then also the inner terrain is going to be impacted by that, and you're going to have new thoughts, new opinions, and new understandings of the world based on your experiences and what happened and how you took them in, how you understood the meaning of a certain event. It's this combination of both, and it's inseparable, but you're going to have certain aspects of both. And if we're going to talk a little bit about the cognitive functions and personality type, then we can think about it like your dominant function and your auxiliary function, your tertiary function, your inferior function. If this is beyond something that you know about, I'm sorry, but they're essentially the ways of taking in information around the world, about the world, and the ways of making decisions based on that. And there are a couple different categories of it. And those different aspects are going to be nurtured in certain ways. Right? People are going to say, okay, this is how we see the world, family. This is how our family sees the world. This is how our family interacts. We're really concerned about what is going on around us, the daily continuity, and how people are interacting with each other, the social norms that we're supposed to uphold here, and how we treat each other. Okay, so with that, if that is the family situation, if that's the situation that you're in, you're going to take on some of the skills, the traits, the abilities from there. You just kind of have to. unless you're going to continuously fight it. And still, I think some of it's going to leak in there. It's going to seep in, right? But even if that's not your natural preference, like even if your natural preference is to just go and explore and dream up new ideas, and you're more concerned about how these ideas are going to impact the future, in this long-term perspective perhaps, and really shifting understandings and understanding and knowing with this clarity, with this certainty that this is going to happen in the ideational realm, right? Even if that's your perspective and that's your natural way of doing things, if you are nurtured in a different way, you're going to take on little aspects of that, and hopefully it's going to nurture you in a way that you can balance things, when you can get more different opinions, get more perspectives within yourself and from without yourself too. Hopefully it's not going to be shamed. It's not going to be pushed down, because that's another way of nurturing. It's not a positive way of nurturing, but it's a way that people do get nurtured. They get nurtured by people who think that this perspective is the right thing. This way of acting, this way of understanding, this way of seeing the world is the right thing. And because they think that, they give that to other people. Other people that might not want that might not be naturally shaped to do that. You can't make an oak tree into a pine tree or whatever, a banana tree. You can't do it. But you can surround it, you can take care of it with the same delicacy, the same care that you would for that tree. So those are my opinions on, does nature or nurture shape our personality, and which does it more? It's, one more time, it's inseparable, right? You need both, and both will naturally happen, because once a thing exists, it's going to have an impact. It's going to be impacted by the rest of the world, even if it's an idea that exists. So I'd like to know your comments, your questions, your feelings, your thoughts down below. All right, keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun.